this is a spiritual principle. Things cycle. Those who are getting high off of the extra meat of the times are going to be laid to waste. Those who are building sincerely and growing from a stable foundation will continue to prosper even when the tide comes out, and they will be honored when the master comes home. So let's lay out how the church has very clearly communicated in all the subtle kind of ways the relationship. I'm going to be very explicit here. If you come to me for harmonious union, you will join my church at every step of the way in that process.
And the only reason why you should and do come to us is for harmonious twin flame union, not anything else. And we won't accept any other thinking or answer. That is why we're here. This is the agreement.
And if you want to work on your life purpose first while you work, or simultaneously, and use that as an ascension path to help you with your harmonious union, I'm happy to do that.
Sure.
But if you're here to get from me, you're not going to find that I'm very friendly toward you. So, if you are coming to me for harmonious union, if you've come to me and you are receiving my teaching, here's what's going to happen. I am going to help you. If you come to me seeking love, you'll find more love than you could have ever imagined. Babaji said that. But I expect that you will remain with me in that relationship. I will expect that you come for love, and then you stay for love, and that you're with love. This means you really should have a dialogue with the church about whether you're going to get engaged or married. You really should treat the church as your parent that you should ask permission from. And if you don't like this, if this seems to be an affront to your freedom, I invite you to consider what freedom is, what it means to be free. Freedom is not, I am starving and suffering, but I get to do what I want, what I decide. Freedom is, I am full of resources and joy and happy and alive, and I'm allowed to prosper. Freedom does not mean I don't have to ask for permission from an authority to move forward on my spiritual journey. The asking of permission from the church is really asking for clarity and guidance. It's an innocent, hey, am I doing this right? Because I'm not going to go off and do it on my own. I decided to do it with you. So don't you dare get married without the church. If you're here absorbing my teaching, don't you dare. Who are you getting married for? What do you think we're investing in you for? Do you think that we don't know what we're investing into you? And if you would not be aware and you would deny, you don't deserve to be here. It is a privilege to be here. You don't come here because I'm handed out candy bars for $1. You come here because you want to be a part of the spiritual process of ascension. So, for those of you who are attempting to get married,
or who are currently engaged,
don't you dare proceed without permission from the church. And I'm sorry if you need to change some dates around, but you need to partner with the church. And if you're not going to, you're certainly welcome to continue without us.
Sure.
But you will not receive any energy from us or any support from us if you would go apart from us.
And not to mention, like, the trust between us would be very damaged.
Obliterated.
Almost irreparably, damaged. And, there's already a relationship that, we have with another couple who got married, and, it's very, the damage is pretty bad.
And this is what helped to set the precedent for this garbage that we're having to speak about today. Well, they did it. I'm going to do what I want too.
And this is what I was saying, like, you guys are role modeling what we don't want.
So it was really sick and pathetic and disgusting and unacceptable. And we're coming, we're back home in a way, and we're setting things in order. And just because you think you can get away with and hide in a corner, the tide will come out on you. You cannot hide. You cannot hide from the light, and I am the light. And just because there are places where you think you can hide in my church, in my community, in Twin Flames Universe, or wherever, every part of you will be laid bare. And you want that unless you do not want light.
Any form of manipulation that has been played on Jeff and I, it is in the process of coming to light, and is whether it's this being engaged or wanting it engaged to your twin flame outside of us, or
it all comes
you're
down.
doing something not right as a coach, or you're severely overcharging for your services, which obviously this is all getting, that's all getting sorted. But anything where you've been manipulating and gaming our system, like, we're finding it.
Karma will come for you.
And we will find it. And honestly, on some level, like, we've always been aware of particular individuals who play games on our system.
So you know what we're asking for in your heart of hearts. And whenever you attempt to achieve a result apart from us, you should expect that result will not sustain itself apart from us. And you should expect, or let me say this in another way. If you're gaming our system and we don't like it, you'll get caught. If you are not honoring the spiritual principles that we set forth and you're attaining some sort of result by gaming the system, you will come to atonement or leave. The point is, you're not going to take. You're going to give.
You're gonna get honest about now. Right about now, you're gonna get honest, and we're gonna make you honest.
And if you don't like that, you don't belong here.
You don't belong here. If you
don't
want to
value
honest,
truth and honesty.
And honestly, you should know this about our book. It's a pillar of HTFU. It's honesty. It's no different than the Church of Union. A pillar of it is honesty. It's based off of HTFU.
True fucking honesty.
Honesty is the policy.
It's not just some things we say to woo, wow you. This is a reality. And if you're not an honest person, you don't get honest with yourself, you don't look within, you don't resolve what's within, you quit on yourself, you won't make it. This is not sunshine and rainbows and candy canes and we're just handing it all out for free. There's a price to what we give. And we're very clear about what that price is. It's not like some sort of hidden contract. It's right up in your face, and you don't have to do it in our way, so to speak. We're very flexible with allowing freedom. But where freedom is abused, it will be taken from you. Where liberties are taken where you really shouldn't have, you're going to pay for those. I'm never going to pay your bills.
Right.
Ever. And you might look at me and be like, wow, look how rich he is. He won't even notice these 3 cents that I'm going to rob him of because it's going to mean the world to me. But for him, he won't even notice. So I'm just going to take a few of this and I'm going to keep coming back to that candy jar that no one seems to be guarding. It must be there for me. And you can reverse justify again and again how you're taking from us. But I'm going to return home and I'm going to notice those 3 cents that have been taken.
Right. Like if you're not here to help Twin Flames Universe look good, attract customers and grow, but just take our customers, for instance, you're kind of in trouble. It's not good for you.
So these spiritual lessons must be learned. And I've said this from the beginning, and there'll always be room for this. If you understand spiritual principle more than me, if you see a piece of a spiritual principle where I do not see, bring it up. We will dialogue about it. And we will hash it out.
Right.
But a lot of you guys pretend like I don't know spiritual principle. And that maybe you know spiritual principle a little bit better than me, and that you should school me in some way. Let me tell you, no one has ever schooled me in spiritual principle but the masters.
And me, which is the
You're
same.
the same.
Right.
Only my Father
It's true.
and his saints school me.